Take a deep breath, settle in, and imagine a world slowed to the gentle rhythm of night. Our story begins in a quiet village tucked between soft hills and shimmering lakes, a place where time moves like drifting clouds and where every evening glows with warm lantern light. This village is called Willowmere, and tonight, we follow the peaceful journey of its lantern keeper. As the sun dipped behind the rolling green hills, the first stars appeared, faint but shimmering. In Willowmere, dusk was never rushed. People moved slowly, finishing their day's tasks with soft voices and gentle smiles. The air smelled of lavender and warm bread drifting from cottage windows. Cobblestone paths glowed with the last light of sunset, and the wind carried tiny ripples from the nearby lake. This was the moment when the lantern keeper, Elias, would begin his nightly wall. Elias was an older man with silver hair and kind eyes. He moved slowly, not because of age but because he believed evenings should never be hurried. His coat was soft wool, deep blue and wrapped around him like a blanket. Every night, Elias walked through the village carrying a small wooden box. Inside the box were the Willowmere lantern lights, soft orbs that glowed like captured moonlight. Legend said these lights weren't flames but gentle spirits of warmth and comfort, and Elias treated each one with Elias arrived at the first lantern, a small iron frame hung on a post beside the garden of Mrs. Heller, an elderly baker. He opened his wooden box and whispered, "Good evening, little one." A small light rose from the box, glowing faintly. It drifted upward and settled inside the lantern, illuminating the path with a soft, calming warmth. Mrs. Heller waved from her window, holding a loaf of bread. Elias smiled. Willowmere was a village where everyone wished each other a peaceful night. Elias continued down the winding path. With each step, the sounds of evening grew quieter. A distant owl hooted. Leaves rustled gently. The lake, barely visible between cottages, shimmered like glass. One by one, he lit the lanterns. The one beside the old stone bridge. The one near the library door. The lantern hanging from the willow tree where children played by day. Each lantern glowed softly, turning the village into a constellation on the ground. The great willow tree at the edge of Willowmere was older than anyone remembered. Its branches hung low, brushing the earth like delicate fingers. Elias placed his hand gently on its trunk. The bark was cool, and the tree vibrated faintly, a slow, peaceful hum like a deep breath. He released another lantern light. It floated upward and nestled between the branches, illuminating the leaves from within. The whole tree glowed softly, like a dream root. In the earth, past the willow tree, Elias reached the lake. The lake was calm tonight, barely moving, as if listening. A wooden dock stretched out over the water. Elias walked to its end, feeling the old wood creak gently under his feet. A silver moon rose above the horizon, painting the rippling surface with a long shimmering path. He opened his wooden box again, releasing a lantern light. This one drifted low, floating just above the water, casting ripples of gentle light onto the lake. The reflection danced like a slow lullaby. As Elias turned back toward the village, he noticed a small rustle in the tall grass. A fox with soft amber fur stepped out, its eyes calm and curious. The animals of Willowmere all knew Elias, they trusted him, for he moved quietly and carried the warm glow of night. The fox walked beside him for a few moments. Elias whispered, "There's a light for you, too." He opened the box, and a faint blue light drifted toward the fox. The fox bowed its head, allowing the light to settle softly above it like a tiny glowing crown. Then, with a flick of its tail, it disappeared into the grass. At the very top of the village stood Lantern Hill, the highest point in Willowmere and the home of the oldest lantern. The climb was gentle, but Elias took his time. The night air grew cooler. The stars brightened. And far below, the village glowed with all the lanterns he had already lit. He reached the final lantern, a tall iron frame carved with ancient patterns of swirling wind and waves. The last lantern light pulsed softly inside the box, as if ready for its journey. "You've been patient," Elias said warmly. He released it, and it floated gracefully into place. The lantern on Lantern Hill glowed brighter than all the others, sending a gentle wave of light across the valley. With his work complete, Elias sat on a wooden bench atop the hill. He breathed in deeply. The cool night filled his lungs. Below him, Willowmere shimmered with warmth, lanterns glowing like stars fallen gently to earth. This was Elias's favorite moment. The silence, the stillness, the sense that everything in the world was exactly as it should be. He closed his eyes and listened to the soft night sounds. The distant water, the sigh of wind passing through grass, his own steady heartbeat. At last, he stood up and walked back toward his cottage. A soft lantern light followed him, lighting his steps like a loyal friend. When he reached his door, the light circled once in farewell and floated away to join the others. Inside, Elias made himself a warm cup of tea, chamomile with honey, and settled into his rocking chair. Through his window, he watched the lanterns glow across the village. Their light flickered gently, as though keeping watch over every sleeping soul. Elias closed his eyes, knowing the village was safe, and wrapped in peaceful light. And just as the lanterns of Willowmere shine softly through the night, their gentle glow follows you now, quietly, warmly, guiding your thoughts into stillness and your body into rest. May your night be peaceful, your dreams gentle, and your sleep deep and calm. Good night.